Hey everyone, welcome to the GameGravy Rewind podcast. This is Mike speaking, and it is episode 70 freaking 8. With me today, I have Chris, as usual.
Oh, what's going on?
Chris?
What's going on, guys?
And we got a variety of stuff to talk to today about stuff. Yeah. So, let's start off with the most current event that happened today. It was the Nintendo ARMS Direct.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it was. That focused on ARMS.
It's kind of relevant now and kind of fun because Chris got a Switch.
Yeah! Finally!
Chris got a Switch. Right? So yeah, okay. Do you want to talk about your Switch first, or do you want to talk about the ARMS Direct?
Let's do the ARMS Direct. I mean, I know that's what people are focusing on right now. So let's go ahead and knock that out of the way.
So, to summarize quickly, the ARMS Direct was about... they went in depth about the game itself, like a little bit about more of the lore in it, showed a bunch of, fighting and new characters. So it's new fighters, new stages, new ARMS they announced, just reminding everybody that the DLC will be free, and then a surprise global test fire is going to be happening this month.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, actually,
it's going to be on
26th and 27th. And 26th to the 28th.
Cool, yeah, of May. And then they're going to do it later on in the summer, June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Right.
In the United States. Now, that's cool that they're doing that. They did it with Splatoon 2 earlier this year, which I had Splatoon for the Wii U, and I liked it. I had fun with it. And I'm glad they did that, because it was kind of like reminding me, oh yeah, they had this. At the end of the Direct, too, they showed some gameplay from Splatoon 2 and some new things that they were adding in, which looked really cool. Huge bowling
single-player-wise.
Different weird things happening. But yeah, from a single-player perspective. Some cool challenges in there. And people have heard probably my opinions on this ARMS game before and either dislike them or don't really care what I think. But I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I do love Nintendo games. I've had it since the NES, and I've always loved Nintendo. But I try to like all the systems, right?
Yeah.
In this game, I'll be honest with you, it seems like a glorified punching demo. I mean, I don't see the allure, and quite honestly, I was excited to see this because I want to know more about the game, and it held my interest for a little bit. But to be honest with you, I mean, I watched the whole thing obviously because we're going to talk about it.
Right.
But it made me realize and know now that I do not want it, and I have no interest in it because it's just not for me.
I am actually almost in the same boat with you, but I'm getting it mainly because of the fact that I'm trying to support the system. And
sure.
But here's what my thoughts are on this. I think ARMS and 1-2 Switch are just glorified Wii demos. My opinion.
I think 1-2 Switch more so than ARMS. It feels like they're putting more effort and more
effort and more resources into. I think both of these games. I mean,
ARMS,
1-2 Switch. I mean, it did have its little run of going. Pretty much advertising on TV and whatnot, and they're like, oh yeah,
it had a bunch of advertising. It was a launch game.
Yes,
so but it's not worth $50 to me. So I was like, I am not going to be paying for that. So I honestly haven't played it. I cannot give you my 100%,
review
thoughts on it. But the people that do own it, that did buy it on the Switch, said don't buy it. It's not worth the price. If it was like $10 or something like that, then it would be worth it, but it's not for $50.
See, that's where I think ARMS falls into play, where I think it's mainly worth just the $10 just to buy it.
I don't know. I would pay maybe $15 or $20 for it. But I honestly am not even interested in it. Like, it looks gorgeous. It looks great. Like, the characters, it's colorful, it's quirky, it's totally Nintendo, it's totally fine, but I just am not interested in it. The single play, it's a boxing game, right? And
yes. Primarily a boxing.
Players is probably going to be story mode. I like fighters, but I'm not terribly. They're not my favorite genre. So,
but Michael, we can go 2v2 against Nintendo Fever.
Sure, yeah. If you guys want to buy it for me, I'll play it. But I'm definitely not spending my money on it. There's other things to buy.
Well,
for sure.
as far as
That's what my argument goes. I wish there were more games for the Switch that were a lot cooler. So
yeah, I mean, I get that, but you also look at the fact of this, like, besides Crash Bandicoot, it comes out in June. What else is there up until August?
well, Splatoon 2 comes out July 21st, I believe.
Yeah, that's be my birthday gift. Yeah.
Yep. So, which I will pick that up. But I mean, that's all I can really think of so far for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I mean,
unless there's something I'm horribly missing, which I don't think there is.
Unless it's a indie title or something like that, I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's ARMS June 16th, and it's Splatoon 2 July 21st.
Yeah,
and we already got Mario Kart back in back
April.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was like
April
a couple
28th. I'm like back, back in the day. No, it was a few weeks ago. Which I'm loving. I'm playing. I'm still playing that. It's kind of nice because it's a pick up and go game.
Yeah.
When I want to take a break from Zelda, I'm still playing Zelda once in a while. Not as much anymore, but I still am. Because I got the DLC stuff. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm playing Mario Kart. It's fun. It's pick up and go. But speaking of which, I want you to tell me what your feelings and thoughts are, because you're known as the Sony fanboy.
Yes.
By a lot of our team members and some of the readers and stuff and listeners. So what you got it?
Yeah.
How do you feel? Tell us, what's your feedback, Chris?
Okay. All right. We're getting into this. All right, people. I am a Sony fanboy through and through.
Wow. Okay, this is documentation that he's admitting it right now.
I will wear it. I'll wear it proudly, and I don't care. I'm a Naughty Dog fan, and yeah, you can hate on that, whatever. I don't care. Either way, when it comes down to it, in fact, the Switch is a perfect on-the-go system. Perfect. It is everything that I wish the Vita could be. I love it. I've honestly put. It says I put more than 20 hours into Zelda since I got it, and I got it
wow, that's pretty good because you haven't had the system that long.
No, not that long, but I've put over 20 hours into it. And don't get me wrong, and this is probably like the first Zelda game I'm actually really playing, to be honest with you, because I tried to
choke you through this mic depending on what you say. I'm just kidding.
No. Like Ocarina of Time, I could not get into. I just couldn't. Right. And that was the first Zelda game I've ever played. But
I'm shaking my head here.
I know.
It's okay.
I know. But Breath of the Wild, to me, I think is a great, excellent game. And to be honest with you, I've not plugged that thing into the TV at all. I've just been having
Interesting.
I have it with me on the go. I bring it with me to work. Whenever I'm sitting in class or whatever, and we're just waiting for a class to start or whatever, I just pull it out and start playing it then. And
sounds like you're playing it in the wrong places, but I'm not gonna judge.
Well, I mean, not gonna lie. At one point, I mean, we're at like
you probably got yelled at work, like, "Hey, stop playing your Switch and get back to work."
No. I mean, it's with me in my bag at work, but I don't pull it out.
That would be funny.
No.
See, for me, it's the opposite. I leave it in the dock. I did take it with me on my last couple trips, but other than that, it stays in my dock because I love seeing it huge on the TV.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see it huge on TV, but for some reason, I'm thinking this is just mainly my handheld system. Like, this is the go-to handheld system for me. And
sure.
I'm loving it that much.
Good.
I only have Mario Kart and Zelda. I've been waiting to play NBA Playgrounds on it with my boy Anthony DeVirgilis, but that
doing some call-outs here. Yeah.
The company developer who makes it kind of like screwed the ball here and didn't put all the features into the game before they released it.
Like what?
Like there is no. I don't think there's any online play on the Switch.
Yeah. What are you talking about? There's online play. Yeah, me and Anthony were racing against each other the other day.
No. I mean, as far as NBA Playgrounds wise.
Playground. What do you mean by playgrounds?
The game NBA Playgrounds. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, NBA Playgrounds. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Mario Kart.
No. I'm talking about NBA Playgrounds. Like,
oh, jeez. Yeah, no, I have no idea about that game. I haven't played it.
It's kind of pretty much like NBA Jam, but for now, like things like now, it was updated graphics.
Well, that's dope. I might have to pick that up then, because I love NBA Jam. That's my jam.
It's freaking amazing. I bought it on the PS4. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. It is great single player wise, but online, I could not find a match, and I tried 3 or 4 times on the PS4. I'm like,
is it an actual game or is it a Neo Geo game?
No, it's an actual game. It costs $20.
Okay, so it's not like Street Hoops. Okay.
No.
Costs how much?
$20.
Oh, dang. Wow. Maybe not enough people are playing it.
Probably not. Guess not. You can... Yeah. I mean, Anthony and I have just been waiting to buy it on the Switch because, I mean, they said, like, oh, we're going to input all the features into it.
It might not happen until later in the year because, you know, the Nintendo Switch doesn't have all its online features available like they say. You know, right now it's free for everyone to play online, and we're just going to have to deal with it as is. But I feel like later in the year, they're going to introduce, you know, the online service where people have to pay whatever price, like $20-something or whatever. Yeah. And then we'll probably have all those full features of, like, match plays and, like, you know, finding your friends or playing with your friends. I hope they fix the online play and make it more smooth to play with people, as well as introduce voice chat that's better. Yes. You know, because there's no voice chat. I have to log into my PlayStation 4 party chat to play with people that I want to play with on the Switch, and then we can talk that way.
I mean, that's the old school back in the day. That's how we always done it, though. I mean, even when the PlayStation didn't have party chat, we all logged on the Xbox.
I'm saying. Nothing's changed. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, hopefully this you know, app that they're creating for their ecosystem later in the year in the fall
that we have to use with our phones.
Yeah, no crap. I know. Hey, I'd rather have something that works than nothing.
Yeah, so. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but overall, I love my Switch. I'm actually I have it with where is it? It's never far away from me. It's like 2 feet away from me right now.
So being a Sony fan, would you tell people that are out there that are on the fence of buying it, would you tell them they should buy it or shouldn't buy it or should wait? Because, like I said, you're dedicated to other platforms and you bought one. Okay. Do you like it that much where you would recommend it, or would you just say just wait?
I'd say if you have a PS4 or if you have an Xbox One, and you want a secondary console that when you're waiting for waiting times and your PlayStation 4 and you're in your home console and you just want something to fool around with for a couple minutes or whatever, or you may want to get lost in something or you're sitting on the John or something, I'd say buy it. Honest to God, I'd say buy it.
You're saying it's a bathroom console. That's funny.
It is a great secondary console. If it's going to be your only console, I would wait. If it's going to be the only console you're ever going to have for a little bit, I would wait, because there's
I agree with that.
PS4 and Xbox One have a much more bigger libraries than the Switch right now. So
I would say anybody that's into hardcore gaming, like, don't buy the Nintendo Switch until a lot more things come out for it. Yeah. If you're just a casual gamer and you just want to play Zelda and Mario Kart every once in a while, buy it, because you'll love it and you'll get a lot of usage out of it. I burned through Zelda really quick with my 120, 150 hours. Like, I know our friends have way many hours, but that's a lot of hours to invest in a game. Yeah. And I didn't mean to. I just loved it that much. I was playing it nonstop, you know. But now I'm kind of like, all right, I have nothing else to play really. Like, I'm not gonna buy a bunch of games on the eShop, you know, that are old titles that are revamped and stuff, and there's some new stuff in there, like, you know, like Inti Creates game, like Blaster Master 2, but I feel like we're beating a dead horse, so we should move on. But yeah, so yeah, those are our recommendations, and I'm glad you like your Switch, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you joined the Nintendo platform. That'll be fun to play later.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk about games that came out recently.
All right, let's do it.
Prey is at the top, right? Prey just came out. That game is pretty interesting. We played the demo, got stuck on the demo because it's freaking huge. I got a little frustrated with it because I didn't have too much time to mess around with it. The reviews all around, though, are like 8 out of 10 for the most part, and, you know, Metacritic ranks it at a 79%, which is high-ish. It's high-ish. You know, and it's pretty. It's decent.
It's decent, but is it really gonna? I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a really big hit. And here's my reason why.
Well, it's pretty in depth.
Yeah, it's pretty in depth. Don't get me wrong, but here's my problem with it. And Bethesda, I have no problem with you. No problem with you. How you do things. I love
Bethesda games. Yeah.
But with your holding review copies until the game comes out, I understand, but it's also hindering you guys because the fact that you guys released it Prey on PC that was broken, and it crashed a lot of people's games, and they got really frustrated with it until you eventually patched it later on. But if you gave out the review copies early before the game came out, people will have already seen that crash and be like, oh my god, we gotta let them know so you guys can go ahead and fix it, and so that people who buy the game aren't stuck with that problem. Like, oh, I just paid $60 for a game that doesn't work. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like I almost pre-ordered and bought it on release day, and I'm really glad I didn't. Something was bugging me in the back of my mind saying, don't do it, just see how it is. And I'm glad I listened to that gut instinct, because while it's getting pretty decent reviews, like, I didn't enjoy the demo as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Because it's kind of different with the Xbox 360 version. You know, like, that game was pretty... Or Xbox version. Was it Xbox or Xbox?
It was Xbox 360. It was Xbox 360, because I got the collector's edition of the first one for some odd reason.
Yeah, and that was great. Totally different, but totally different in vein of, like, what they're going more of, like, a different horror, you know, System Shock 2 psychological thriller type of game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, you know, because it kind of reminds me of, you know, other horror games that are like that. But I just don't want that right now. I wanted a cool, like, alien abduction type of... Because that's kind of how Prey was, like, the first one, right? Like, it was kind of like crazy weird things happening. And I don't feel like this game... Right? It was about, like, you're in the desert, like, a bunch of crazy things are happening, and then you're seeing...
aliens and crap.
Aliens and crazy lights, and you're getting abducted and pulled in. Yeah, it was nuts. It was kind of cool. Like, this is not like that at all.
No, I didn't feel that at all.
It disappointed me a little bit. I mean, maybe it is near the end or something, but from the reviews that I'm reading, it's not. They're saying it's totally not. So yeah.
Like, you get alien powers in the game, I heard, and then, like, if you become more... If you use more alien powers than you do human powers, you become more of an alien. I heard. Yeah,
they've mixed some weird things in there. Like, I mean, it sounds totally unique and really in depth. So I might want to give it a try when the price drops down a little bit. But, like, it's like I said, it's getting good reviews. But even though the reviews are good, I didn't like how I felt and responded to the demo.
Yeah.
And I feel like if the game is like the demo, slow and stuff and not as good, then I might not like the game, and I don't want to spend my money on that.
Right.
The other games that came out, though, Farpoint VR. Did you get that game?
I did not get that game. I want to, but, you know,
it looks sweet. I watched more gameplay footage of that game. It looks pretty awesome.
If I had
a PlayStation VR, I'd buy it.
But Injustice came out this week, so I mean, I just, that was first priority.
Yep, I know. The Surge also came out, and Injustice 2 came out. So, okay. We can just blast through those things. Farpoint VR is probably like a smaller game. The developers said it's about a 4-hour title.
Yeah.
It's got a nice story arc. It's got a variety of weapons and cool different things. It's a first-person immersive shooter in space on a planet, which is kind of cool. The Surge is unique as well. It's kind of more of like I think Focus Home Interactive published that.
Yes.
I thought that demo was pretty fun.
It was fun.
So I might play it. I don't know. But yeah, Injustice 2 came out yesterday.
Yes.
Well, how do you feel about that?
It's a lot smoother and feels like a dream.
Do you own it?
I own it. Yes, I own it.
Okay. I was gonna buy it. You know, I talked crap to Rhino and Jeff because Jeff posted a video that made it look like garbage.
Yeah, he did a good job with that.
No, I mean, so what it looked like to me and how it is, I know it's based on the Mortal Kombat platform, right?
Yeah.
The engine. the Mortal Kombat engine.
Netherrealm,
I hated
yeah.
the new Mortal Kombat engine. I hated the new Mortal Kombat. I didn't like it. It was just I didn't like how it worked. And I mean, I like DC stuff, but I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Mm-hmm.
I did buy Injustice 1 after it went on sale, and got all the DLC content and stuff, and I really did like it. It was okay. Like, the story was really good.
Right.
I did like it. I did enjoy the story. But Injustice 2, like, I don't know. Like, some people are hating on the crates that you earn or have to destroy to get. I'm not sure how you get them. They're doing story. Rhino said the story was really good. He beat the story already. Jeff hasn't even started it yet, from what he said. I think he's just, I'm not sure, playing arcade mode or something. I'm not sure of the different modes.
Probably just playing arcade and then going online and just test his skills.
Yeah, he said he was trying to just learn the characters and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a $60 game for me.
I mean, for me, it is, because I love comic book stuff, and I
do too. I'm a huge comic book nerd. You know that.
Yeah, I
know that.
I know that. For me, I really enjoyed the first one a lot, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it threw me off the whole entire gear sets and all that stuff that they're bringing into the second one. But
yeah,
I can accept it, and I can move on from it. And crates you get just by playing the game. Just, you can play in versus, you can play in single player, you can play in freaking online, you can play the global freaking thing that they have going on where it's you and a group of friends against like some other stuff going on. You can play it. Just play the game. You'll get crates. Bottom line.
I have no problem with the crate. That doesn't bug me. It kind of reminds me of Destiny. You know, like the packages that you can get from doing strikes and different things like that. Does not bug me in the least bit. I just the only thing that bugs me in the game's biggest flaw is the Mortal Kombat engine, in my opinion. I don't like it.
But it moves so smooth and sexy.
I don't think so. I feel like it's weird. It's not. You know what flows smoothly and sexy? Freaking Marvel vs. Capcom.
But it's
right?
It looks so yeah. Not to diss it or anything, because I am getting that one too.
I am more excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
You're probably more of a Marvel fan, and that's okay.
I am a big Marvel, but I like DC. I like Flash, Batman, and Superman. I love those characters, right? Yeah. But I like how Marvel vs. Capcom flows. It's kind of got that Street Fighter engine. It's super smooth, and it's fast.
Okay, so which fighting game did you grow up playing? Did you grow up playing Street Fighter, or did you grow up playing Mortal Kombat?
Well, both.
Both. Okay. I was
mainly Street Fighter.
I was mainly primarily Mortal Kombat, and I think that's why it sticks with me.
Yeah, but the original Mortal Kombat was like Street Fighter the way it was back in the day with 2D. It didn't change and go 3D for like a long time.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like Street Fighter held its roots. You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat kind of evolved into something different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't grasp it based on how I do fighting games.
Okay.
Like, my mind didn't snap to it. But I'll probably get it just for the story eventually, because I want to see the story. It looks interesting. I like the Superman. I like the new 52 Superman, right?
Yeah.
And I like the new Batmans and stuff and Flash. I love those type of comic books and characters, right? So, and I like the first story of Injustice. So I'm torn because I really want to just get it and play it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't at the same time because I'm not a huge fan of that. So,
right.
I don't know. Let me know how it is.
I
when
will.
you play through it a little bit more. I want to hear your opinion on it. And I'm bugging Jeff and Rhino about it too to see how they. Rhino's he's all DC, so he's just like, buy it, it's awesome, you know.
But he's also Street Fighter as well, so
which makes it interesting for me, which is like why I'm like, all right, well, he really likes it because he's Street Fighter as well. So I think he understands where I'm coming from.
Yeah. And
I'm not knocking it, saying it's a horrible game. Like, I'm just voicing my opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Some people that love the Mortal Kombat 10 game and they love that engine are they have no issues. They're like, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So, I don't want anybody to think that I think it's an awful game, because I'm not saying that in the least bit. So, I'm actually really close on the razor edge line of buying it. So,
just make the jump,
just
man.
because I wanted to see that story.
Take the plunge.
I can only buy one game this month, so I have to pick from all the different games that are out there.
Okay.
That's why I'm limiting myself, because if I just buy a bunch of games and I never play them, they become backlog games. So I made it a thing where I'm buying one game a month that I can just dive into.
Okay, so
I gotta decide.
Out of what we listed so far, because I'm pretty sure that's it for the rest of the month. That's big wise.
Yeah, I think
that's big
I
AAA wise.
so. Yeah.
So out of those games, Prey, Farpoint, which you don't have a VR, so never mind.
I don't have a VR, so that's disqualified. So I'm tossing it up between Prey and Injustice too.
And Surge. Don't forget Surge.
And and Surge. I mean, honestly, it's probably not between those three. It's probably between just Prey and Injustice 2. I'll be 100% honest with you.
Okay. It's probably going to be Injustice. Everyone, just let you guys know that.
It probably will. I'll tell you later. Next podcast, you'll find out. Cliffhanger. Right? So, continuing our list, though, really quick, of what's coming out. We got Splatoon 2, July 21st, I know we mentioned. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, September 19th. NBA 2K18, September 15th. And then Madden 18, August 22nd.
Woot woot.
And then what did we get the announcement for? South Park Fractured But Whole, pushed to October 17th.
Which is almost a year from when it was originally released.
Yeah. I just hope it stays freaking relevant and awesome, and you can play the Coon, and then I'll be happy. But you know what makes me really mad? I pre-ordered it in full on Xbox when they were doing that huge deal thing around Christmas and saying, if you get this now, you'll get Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
And I did it because I want Stick of Truth, so it was awesome. But now, I'm like, what the heck? I didn't even get the game for another, a year. So that kind of pissed me off.
Did you get your money back for it?
No, it didn't give me that option somehow. I don't know why. Eddie got that message on his Xbox saying, if you want a refund, click here. I didn't get it. Was it an email or an Xbox message?
It was an Xbox message, and my friend got the same message on. He bought it on PS4 and got Stick of Truth and whatnot, and he actually played through it. And then next thing you know, when they pushed it back to, because originally it was supposed to come out in December, and they pushed it to March. They're like, oh well, here's your money back. They didn't give him the choice. They just gave him his money back.
Oh, I'll have to check. Maybe they gave me my money back and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Because I literally paid in full.
And then he's like, oh, okay, well, I got my money back. And then they decided they pushed it and didn't give us a date. But now they give us a date. Hopefully they keep to it. And I don't know if this whole entire Civil War thing that is going to be relevant now, because they're basing it off of Marvel's Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be relevant now, because
which was last year.
which is last year. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Maybe they'll update it. I don't know. To have some other cool stuff in there from Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, something needs to happen, because
I doubt it. But if they do South Park episodes. Right, if they do South Park episodes so quickly, I can't see why they couldn't work something quickly like that. Even cutscenes or fun little snippets in the game that quick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Since
especially they had an extra year to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried about it. In fact, because we already experienced another game that was delayed a year after it was supposed to come out, and that was a Drive Club. And look how well that turned out. I just don't want this to happen to them.
This is true.
So
I don't know. I guess we'll see. We have a lot of up in the airs. And what's interesting is these games that we listed off aren't coming out till later on in the year, from July through October.
Yeah.
They're scattered. So in the meantime, I wonder if we're going to have anything filling in the gaps. I'm sure we will, because E3 is coming up soon. We'll do another episode about that later, for our predictions and stuff.
Well, you got Shadow of War that comes out in August, and you got the Uncharted DLC that comes out in August as well.
Yeah, and you have Call of Duty World War II coming out, in November 9th.
Yeah.
November 3rd. I'm sorry, it's November 3rd. So it's there's going to be other things. We'll just have to wait and see what we can predict coming out of that conference. Because we might get some awesome surprises. Because right now it feels a little dry.
Well, it always does before E3, and then E3 comes in, and we're like, oh my god!
Yeah, there's all the games, all the games is.
There you all are.
Right? I know. But I'm excited that at least I still have stuff to play right now. I'm excited for Destiny 2. That's not coming out till September anyways, but I didn't even mention that on here.
No, we missed quite a bit, but we got the core stuff right now because Madden and NBA 2K are top notch.
Yeah, because Destiny 2 comes out September 8th.
Yeah,
which is gonna be before all that.
And you get their first look at official gameplay of it tomorrow.
Yeah, super excited for that. You know what time it is?
12:45 Eastern time.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that next podcast. Cool. I think that's it.
Yeah,
that's all I have.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening, everyone, and tune in next week, and we will see you then. Take care.
All right, peace out.